Hi, good morning, all. In today's presentation, we're going to be looking at the merger between Nissan and Honda. And in this presentation, we will look at the various challenges in branding, communication, and various stakeholder perspective and how it affects them and the challenges that comes with it, and also the brand portfolio, branding communication strategy, and the various models we can apply to it, and also post merger measurement of success and how we can measure it. And so let's get to it. So a brief introduction about the merger itself. Nissan and Honda merger presents a complex, challenging challenge integrating two globally recognized but distinctive automotive brands. Each company has built its own unique brand identity in the global market, balancing Nissan's innovative driven image with the Honda's more family friendly, reliable image, and more affordable, even poses a significant concern. Stakeholder expectations obviously vary among whether it's customers or shareholders, uh, and making the unified brand communication very difficult. Strategic brand management is essential to preserve brand equity while creating a new cohesive brand identity. A little bit about the merger context. The Nissan and Honda merger is a strategic response to a global market pressure such as electrification, automation, and sustainability. Now, as you know, with global warming and the push towards more green energy, more sustainability, there is more and more emphasis on automation industry to push towards a more greener choice and push that towards the consumers. So both companies aim to leverage shared research and development, supply chain synergies, and cost efficiency to remain competitive. Despite being from the same country of origin, that is Japan, Nissan and Honda both have a very different brand identity in the global market. Um, The merger intends to consolidate strengths while overcoming challenges like shrinking margins, rising production costs, and also shifting consumer expectation. A unified branding strategy will be key to achieving integration without eroding either brand's established equity. Now we're looking at various stakeholder perspective. The first one we will look at is the customer and what are the concerns they might have and how they might respond, and what we can do to do an effective branding of the merger. Customer may be confused or skeptical. I'm sorry. About how the merger will affect brand quality, product quality, services, and brand values. Loyalists of each brand may fear loss of identity, especially across all industries. We have brand loyalists, but especially in automation, the customers really value the company, the brand that they buy, and they are very loyalist towards that. So obviously that might be a big challenge. Nissan fans expect innovation and performance, while Honda is more family friendly, reliable, long-term, affordable vehicle brand. Concerns may arise regarding after-sale support, warranty continuity, and product differentiation post-merger. But the merger also presents an opportunity to attract new customers to each brand's segments by combining the strengths, that is the technology from Nissan and the durability from Honda. Effective communication and co-branding strategies are essential to retain trust and reduce customer churn during the transition. Now we'll look at stakeholder perspective, that is the employees of each brand. Obviously, when such a big merger happens, their job security is on the line. That uncertainty might arise, role changes, and organizational cultural shift. Obviously, both brands with two different identities have very different culture. Brand identity plays a role in employee pride and motivation, and especially in a country like Japan, where if you look at the cultural values, uh, they pride themselves on the company's values that they work for. So merging cultures could impact morale and loyalty. Differences in corporate values, leadership styles, and internal branding between Nissan and Honda may create friction. Effective internal communication and involvement in the rebranding process can foster engagement and alignment. Obviously, from the top of the chain to the corporate chain to the lower end, there has to be an effective communication throughout. Opportunities exist for cross-functional collaboration, skill learning, career growth within the merged entity. Stakeholder perspective, another one is the investors. Now obviously investors seek clarity when such huge mergers happen, on how the merged brand will drive long-term value, profitability, and market expansion. Concerns may arise about brand dilution, integration cost, and the potential loss of brand equity during transition. Investor will assess whether brand synergy translate into cost saving, innovation acceleration, and global brand power. Now, how to avoid it is transparent communication about branding goals and milestone is key to maintaining investor trust post merger. Throughout the process, there has to be a clear communication about the branding strategy that we are going to adopt. Stakeholder perspective, the another one is dealers and partners, obviously a key cog in the system. Dealers may face confusion regarding changes in brand messaging, product portfolios, and customer expectations. Concerns include potential showroom reconstruction, altered sales incentives, retraining requirements, because obviously both brands have very unique and different styles and technology. So obviously the employees have to be retrained. Supply chain and logistic partners need clear direction on branding, packaging, and communication standards. Consisting and compelling brand narrative is essential to maintain confidence across distribution channels. Proactive engagement and support will help dealers and partners champion the new brand direction. Brand challenges in the Nissan Honda mergers. The five core elements are brand identity clash, brand loyalty risk, market positioning conflict, global brand consistency, and cultural and communication gaps. Some of them we've already talked about in the previous one that covers, such as Nissan's bold innovation clashing with the contrasting Honda's reputation for reliability and practicality, risking missed brand signals. Brand loyalty risks, such as both brands compete in overlapping segments. That is market positioning conflict. Both brands compete in overlapping segments and creating challenges in product differentiation and portfolio alignment. Brand loyalty risk, merging may alienate loyal customers who identify strongly either with Nissan or Honda. Like I said, because customers in automation industry are very loyal to the brand that they trust and buy. Global brand consistency, obviously maintaining a consistent messaging across diverse market while integrating brand element is a major challenge. Cultural and communication gap, obviously two companies with two different identity merging will create cultural differences, and aligning external marketing strategies may lead to identity dilution of one or the other and confusion. Now, applying Keller's CBPE model in brand identity, the five core elements in the pyramid are salience, performance, imagery, judgment, and feelings. So the first one is salience, ensuring that consumer recognize the merged brand and understand what it stands for. Clear naming and visual identity are crucial. In terms of performance, leverage Honda's reliability for Nissan's technology and innovation to create a strong and merged perception of high performance and quality. Imagery, and align emotional and cultural brand association across markets, balance Nissan's model appeal and Honda's family oriented image, could obviously merge to consumer base and create a larger market share for the merger. Judgments manage customer perception around trust, credibility, and superiority by communicating the strengths of both legacy brands, that is Nissan and Honda. The final element, of course, is the feelings of this brand identity model of Keller CBBE model, that is create a positive emotional connection through campaigns that emphasizes unity, shared value, and customer first philosophy. Now let's talk about the brand portfolio strategy. We can obviously have to do a dual brand approach, that is maintain Nissan and Honda as distinctive brand to preserve loyal customer bases while leveraging shared resources. Sub brand integration, identify opportunities to co-brand or launch joint product lines that combine the both companies both brands strength, that is EV, that is electrical vehicle, and hybrid models. Market segmentation, align brand portfolios to target different market segments without internal competition or brand cannibalization. Global versus local strategy, adapt brand positioning in regional market based on consumer preferences and brand equity. Obviously geographical location and brand customer demand differs, so that adoption is important. Synergy optimization, streamline marketing, research and development, and supply chain operations to maximize efficiency across merged portfolio. Communication and change management, let's talk about how to communicate this change and manage it. The most important thing we talked about during the various stakeholder perspective, that is develop a transparent communication strategy to address employees and customer concerns during the merger transition. Use targeted messaging to highlight the benefits of the Nissan Honda merger for all stakeholders. Implement training programs to employees, help employees adopt a new brand value and operational processes. Engage key influencers within both organizations to champion the change, facilitate cultural integration. Monitor feedback channels and adjust communication tactics to manage resistance and build stakeholder buy-in. Let's talk about the measuring of the brand post merger. Obviously without measuring what happens after the merger is a bit redundant. So establishing a clear KPI for brand awareness and customer loyalty and market share to track merger impact. Conduct regular brand equity assessment using tools like brand audits, customer surveys. Monitor social media sentiment and online reviews to gauge public perception of the merged brand, and act accordingly and swiftly. Analyze sales data and market penetration to evaluate the effectiveness of brand portfolio strategy. Use feedback loops to refine branding initiatives and ensure continuous alignment with stakeholder expectation. With all these challenges when it comes to these giant Japanese automation brands merging, and we'll look at what the conclusion is about this merger in terms of branding. The Nissan Honda merger presents unique branding challenges that require careful integration of distinct brand identities. Applying branding theories like LRCBB E model and Capferer's brand identity prisms helps align stakeholder perception. Developing innovative brand management strategies can leverage strength of both brand to create a competitive advantage. Effective communication and collaboration across all stakeholders are critical to successful brand integration and acceptance. And continuous measurement and adaptation ensure the merged brand remains relevant, strong, and trusted in the global market. Obviously, having gone through the whole presentation, it is very important for communication, not just to customers, but throughout the company, employees, and also the stakeholders, and applying various models and how we can apply it to practical effect in the merger to gain a maximum advantage using the both companies' unique values and merging them, and gaining market capitalization, and creating more customer base, basically, in this era of sustainability and push towards green energy and declining sales. And both these giants and their technology and their image can help uh, drive sales across both companies, if the branding communication is done right, not just among the customers. Like I said, it's also important among employees, and the stakeholders and the customers. And altogether, when done right, this merger can be very successful. And well, that is it. So thank you for listening to the presentation, and hope it was a good understanding into this merger. Thank you.